morning. I'm going to start today off by saying good morning. I hope you have a great Monday, a great morning, and that we have a productive Monday and an overall good Monday. Because I know a lot of times we look at Mondays like, it's Monday, I gotta work. Good morning, curly head girl. But let's look at it as we have another day. We have the opportunity to be productive. We have the opportunity to do what we didn't do yesterday. Okay? So, let's start our days off like that, okay? Because I got a bad habit today. Guys, I'm human. So, I get it. I hate, oh God, I gotta wake up. Gotta get up with the kids and stuff like that. Make sure they're all right. All that great stuff. Even though sometimes we want to be like, fuck them kids. But I get it. We can't be like that. You know? If you're going through something and you don't have anybody to talk to, it's gonna be okay. It will get better. Things get better with time. Alright? Hey, I ain't mad at you. If you done with work, go home, get you some rest. I don't know if you in the city of Detroit, but it is another snowing day. Snowing. I won't say it's ugly outside, but it's cold. If you don't have to, don't go. Open chat. You're more than welcome to drop anything. I'd say make sure you think about it before you drop it though, because there are give and take 150 plus people in here at all times that we're running most of the time. So if it's not me and it's something a little wild or dumb, they gonna get you, okay? Y'all know PSD coming every time. One day they're going to pick me up and say, you know what? We see you. So just y'all remember, y'all hear me saying that. So we're going to see in this aspect of we can use me as a primary example. Y'all know I love using myself. We're going to use myself as an example to see if consistency is the key in this. Let's see if I can get some better light. I don't feel like I don't have good light. Oh yeah, y'all know the snow ain't gonna stop nothing. Ain't gonna stop no show for none of us. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm coming back. Gotta, keep it tight, keep it. For some odd reason, I guess they're trying to see if I'm playing somebody's music. I don't know what's going on with that, but no, guys, this is royalty-free music, so let me be fucking great, please, and thank you. Sheesh. And apparently, shadow banned on my backup page too. So did you guys get notifications? Good morning, Mulan. Can anybody tell me if you guys got a notification that I was live? Just curious, because I did not receive a notification on either page, and I don't know why this page would be shadow banned. You did? Okay. So Are your post notifications turned on to where you get them, or do you just have them? I got one that you're like, okay, well, as long as you got one, because I know my backup page is no notification. Yeah, my backup page is shadow banned, guys. So how about this? Anybody, you know what? Thank you. I seen your post to the gentleman that said they can get me connected to. Hold on. That they can get me connected to a rep at, or a executive at PSD. How about this? Who got to connect at Facebook? We had red beans and rice for dinner yesterday. But who got the plug on Facebook? I'm just saying, cause it's hard out here for a pimp, okay? When she's trying to get this money for the man, you know, and she's trying to do it the right way anyways. Okay, cool. Thank you, Mulan. Yeah, that backup page, they not fucking with a real nigga. And I'm in trouble for some bullshit on there. But baby, we can tell. You know how long they've been asking the politicians to fix our streets in Detroit? Probably since before I was born, because that's how long I feel like I've been looking at 75 get fixed on since I was a kid. So I think we all got a better chance at winning the Powerball before Detroit's streets get fixed. Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense too. All right. Oh, that's what's up. You never put a female's toes in your mouth? Oh, I encourage you to do it and just watch her response. It's a unique feeling. Ew. Y'all saying the eye winked? The all-seeing eye. Drink a full bottle of water if you can. She let her know. All right. Okay. Did you guys know that there is, it's colder than a penguin coochie? First of all, don't get on here talking about twerk. A dog peak. Find your ass to motherfucking OnlyFans, okay, bro? It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning. Be glad I just finished my cup of coffee. Good morning. Realizing that that was just foam in my cup. Do I have siblings? Yes, I have siblings. And then again, no, I'm an only child. No, I'm an only child with my mother. My father has children. Open the store back up. No, I'm not gonna do the splits. You do the splits and then I'll do the splits. Okay, how about that? I am a tourist. May 10th. All right, Pontiac in the building. I see y'all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But no, we're wanting to send good vibes out, you know? If you can stretch, meditate, got some shit going on in your life, don't hold on to it. Give it to the universe and let the universe figure it out. I know that's just easier said than done, but baby, I'm right here with you. Sometimes you just gotta breathe. If you find yourself in a situation where you're getting worked up and your blood pressure is high, I'm telling you this because I have anxiety myself. Activate your 5 senses if you can. Look at something that has vibrant colors and point out the details of it. Find a scent, smell something if you're able to, and think about the scent that you're smelling. Taste something if you can. My top to my water. Taste something if you can, and appreciate the way that it tastes. And touch something. Hopefully it's something soft. If not, you know, and that should help. Right, backwood. Y'all so silly. Y'all manage. You know, you can taste, touch, all that stuff. You know, whatever makes you feel good. Well, thank you. I'm glad. Look, if it helps one person, my job is actually done for the day. I am doing fine this morning. I slept great. I had a full night's rest, which I have not, Cancer. Have I mastered the art? I've actually read the book, The Art of, oh, I cracked my back. Seduction. I actually have that. Oh, let me see where I put it at. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, so The Art of Seduction, all right, it actually just gives you a brief history of how seduction has been used throughout times. I mean, this book dates all the way back to Cleopatra, her relationship with Mark Antony, its effects on Greece, who else? Some of the kings, and apparently this is where I left off at. But I must say, I was extremely intrigued by this book. I had it up right on this, but I was able to, and I could identify with several of the, I guess they're called seductrices in this book. But it also basically tells you how to apply it and be successful with everyday life in a seductive manner. It is a great read for both men and women. Some people like to argue that it's a form of manipulation, and honestly, I can agree, but if you can do it without being malicious, now that's the key. Manipulation is not bad as long as it's not with a malicious intent. So this is a great book if you have the time, or like I said, if you have anxiety, anything like that, I find reading would help. Or ladies and gents, I got one more. Hold on. Got one more. Self-love. All right, if you are struggling with, putting yourself first, or you're getting over a relationship, or you happen to find yourself in a lot of one-way relationships, this is a great workbook to write things down, to reassure yourself, because despite what people may think, everything around this motherfucker, and I'm talking about life at whole, is not fucking shit. Like, it's not fucking giggles and berries and fucking flowers and roses and everything's perfect, okay? That's why we got CEOs and multimillionaires fucking jumping in the front of trains, okay? Because the thing is, they cannot find inner peace, all right? So, thank you. So I know that, all right? If you're looking for something a little bit more razzle-dazzle, I've always been a Zane fan. This one is the Hot Box. This is the latest read. I think the first time I read a Zane book, the first time I read the Zane book, I had to have been about 17, and whew, it is a So let me see if I will. I'll read you guys something out of this. So this book is Zane. It's called The Hot Box. All right. So let me. Oh, I keep forgetting that this is on my computer and on my TV. Hold on a second, guys. And for those asking if I do apply it, yes, I do apply the art of seduction. But with this particular platform, you have to make it very inadvertent. Well, I do, because they'll be like, not today. So, oh, shut up. Hold on. Now, if y'all get in this bitch wanting to braid each other's hair and sing Kumbaya because y'all think y'all being funny or cute, we can definitely do that. I'm trying to help y'all out. Keep the vibe good, but if y'all want me on the normal bullshit, we can take it there too. The hot box is a baseball drill that can be played with 3 or more players and 2 to 4 bases. The players' turns being fielders and runners, ultimately trying to tag the rest of the players out. Really fucking sounds like tag if you ask me. But in the hot box, best friends Melinda and Lydia are playing the game with Jakora, Yusef, Glenn, and Phil. The only problem, the men don't realize they're being played. Melinda has not allowed a man to touch her body in 8 years, until now. Lydia dreams of getting away from the small town America, but until then, she's prepared to do whatever it takes to have her bills paid. Lydia is on some bullshit in here, y'all, just a FYI. Good sex always does the trick. Don't we know it? 2 women, 4 men, 2 love triangles. Reading has never been this hot, okay? So, Lydia's on some bullshit in this book. Lydia, so I'm just, like I said, I'm going to read this particular part. This is coming from Lydia, okay? So to break this down, Melinda had a man, Jakora. Jakora was a pro athlete. But he fucked up. No, not Lydia. Melinda, which is Lydia's best friend. He fucked up, but Lydia ended up having to tell Melinda that he fucked up, okay? So, yeah, Lydia's still getting some after 8 years. She's still on bullshit. She's still using her twat to pay her bills. But nevertheless, but basically, Lydia wants to fuck Melinda's man because he got a bag, but this her best friend, okay? I haven't seen anything new from Dickie. Hey T, hey, good morning. Okay, so this is what's going on in Lydia's head at this moment. Those were the very thoughts running through my mind as Phil was sucking the lining out of my pussy. My juicy, delectable pussy. My pussy was like the sunshine on a rainy day, like fireworks in the middle of a snowstorm, like flowers in the middle of the desert. Like, never mind. I'm sure you get the picture. My pussy was off the fucking chain. This is Lydia. This is not me. Your pussy is off the chain, Phil said, reading my mind and coming up for air. I can't get enough of these cookies. You're not done eating the cookies until you drink all of your milk. I love talking dirty until I bust in your mouth. You're still on the clock. Hell yeah, I'll put in that work. Phil went back to servicing me, and I glanced at the clock. It was a little past noon. Glenn got off at 3, the same time that Phil started his shift. Now, y'all know Lydia on some bullshit. I was playing a dangerous game, but it felt so damn good. Did I mention that Phil was on the same team as Glenn? Best friends? Oops, I guess not. Glenn, Phil, Jakora were like 3 black musketeers, and this bitch is fucking 2 of the 3 motherfucking musketeers, okay? They could literally fit right into their footprints, even though the show was written in French nearly 160 years ago. The setting was way back in the 17th century. I don't really know why she put that portion of it in the book, but whatever. So, as you can see, the word she used, the word play, the dynamic of it is definitely hot and steamy. Fellas, a great way, and honestly it is a form of foreplay, is incorporating reading. If you and your girls are chilling, or you or your girl are chilling, and y'all, you know, you're getting tired of the, we're gonna watch a movie and fuck, or we're gonna Netflix and chill and fuck, try getting a good steamy book, Zane always does the job. This is called the hot box Zane. Because like I said, you know, so if you're sitting there and she's reading to you, right? So say your head's right here. And she uses the words. Those very thoughts that were running through my mind, reading that out loud. You gotta put yourself in that moment. So you're laying in between her legs. She's reading to you, right? So you laying on her thigh. And she says, Phil was sucking the lining out of my pussy. My juicy, delectable pussy. My pussy was like the sunshine on a rainy day. Like fireworks in the middle of a snowstorm. Like the flowers in the middle of a desert. Like, well, never mind, you get it. My pussy was off the chain. If your girl reads that and you're laying on her thigh and that doesn't make your dick hard, or y'all don't laugh and giggle and you don't be like, baby, your pussy is off the chain, or if she don't look at you like, baby, this shit sound like my pussy, you know, that opens the door to sex, right? That headlines that gets you a road, you know, that gets you the yellow big brick road to some pussy, you know. So if you can't figure it out, or you having a hard time tying in the Netflix and chill, reading a Zane book should do it. Let me see. Let's see if I can get something else. Something else sexy that'll make that should make, and that honestly should make her muscles contract. Okay, Dorothy, who is you talking about, T? Oh, baby, you can buy a pair of my boxers. Hit my DM. I'll sell them to you. Why am I dead wrong? I'm just telling y'all how to do it. Let's see. I haven't read this one yet. Let's see what this one is about. 8th edition. Personal collaborations doesn't. What's it called? Busybodies. Busybodies is filled with an erotic escape and sexy scenarios. From the student in a faraway place who encounters a mysterious man with a supernatural attraction, to a boyfriend who gives his girlfriend a birthday surprise she never saw coming. This diverse collection of stories is an express train to all points of passion and pleasure. Get on board. So, this sounds sexy, right? Yeah, Zane ass is freaky as fuck. So let me see. Busybodies, chocolate flavor. Is this chapter 1? Let me see. Let's see where chapter 1 starts at. Okay. Let's see. It was a typical Tuesday afternoon. I had the place to myself, so I thought, why the hell not? The cool air flowed in through my open windows, but I was careful to close the blinds. I wiggled my hips to the sound of the radio, and I stepped out of my teal shorts. My gray tank top was already on the floor. I walked around the living room of my Georgetown condo, squeezing the full globes of my tits, and my pussy moistened. My boyfriend Jason had moved in over the weekend, and his boxers were everywhere. I maneuvered around them and gave a gaze at my nude body in the hallway mirror. That is the first paragraph of this book. You hear me? That's the first paragraph. My dark chocolate skin was covered with a fine layer of a fine layer of sweat from my hour-long jog around the park. I fingered my dark brown nipples until they hardened. Ooh-wee. My breath hitched as I watched myself run my hands down my torso to my curved, round shave between my legs. My brown eyes sparkled with mischief. Turning, I looked at my full ass in the mirror. I smacked the tump muscle before bending over. Oh my goodness, this is just the first 2 paragraphs. I realized too late that I couldn't see my dark berry pussy from this angle and straightened up. Turning, I pointed at myself in the mirror. "You're so beautiful, Briss." I kissed my reflection in the mirror, winked, and then danced my way back into the living room and sat on the couch. Spreading my legs, I teased the soft nub of my clit. The muscle flinched and stiffened. Beneath my index finger, moaning, I leaned back against the cushions and dipped my fingers down to explore my wet cave. I thrust my fingers inside, then stroked my supple wall before pulling it out and doing it again. A tingling sensation engulfed my pussy, but I wasn't ready to come yet. Normally, just doing this would have sent me into a fit of giggles before I passed out from embarrassment. I touched myself. I normally did it in bed under the cover of darkness. This was all new to me. On my right was the thing that started this whole me time, my black cosmetic bag. I had stumbled upon it while making room for Jason's things. It was my emergency kit. So, fellas, the emergency kit is kind of what I was explaining to you guys yesterday about the toy program, okay? So, this is called the Busybodies. Okay, there's my emergency kit. Okay, I hadn't used it in 6 months that Jason and I had been together. I hadn't needed to. I decided to take them up for a final spin before I got rid of them. Ooh. I pulled the pink Panther from the case. Panther was a slender pink vibrator. The shaft was only 5 inches long. The tip curved up to perfectly caress my G-spot. I licked my lips and I twisted the base to activate the vibrate function. Ooh, she finna get her one off, and baby, I am not mad. I held the smooth tip against my clit and squirmed as it massaged my butt, once again making me want to come. Mercy, I sighed. Spreading my thighs further apart, I thrust the Panther into my pussy. My scent filled the room. I don't like that one. My scent filled the room as the tip caressed my G-spot. My body quivered, begging me to allow it to release. Not yet, Briss, I told myself. The shaft was slick with my essence, but I wanted to wait to see how many orgasms I could coax out of my pussy before I let the Panther and his cousin Black Stallion go. I took Panther out and held the wet tip to my clit. The need to come simmered. Whew, I know what that feels like. I cupped my breast and flickered my tongue over my nipple. Closing my eyes, I allowed my head to fall back against the cushion. I shifted my leg over the arm of the sofa, widening my legs, okay? Right. So, oh God, Jason, I panted to my lover, who was still at work. I wanted to come so bad, so do it. I froze, opening up one eye at a time. I turned in the direction of the voice, and Jason stood in the doorway, balancing my favorite flowers. Lilies. Oh, her favorite flowers are lilies. Mine are too. In one hand, Chinese takeout, and his briefcase in the other. See, this is why I loved him. He was always thoughtful, not to mention gorgeous. I got so caught up in gazing at his blue eyes, his thick black hair, and porcelain skin. Oh, is he a white boy? I almost forgot that I was butt naked on the sofa, legs spread, with the vibrator pressed to my clit. Hey, she's called. You're home early. Removing the panther, I let my leg drop to the floor. I blushed as he stepped closer to me to plant a kiss on my forehead. Silently, he doubled back to close the door. He moved around the boxes to set the food and flowers on the kitchen counter. I watched him. The fabric of his black suit molded around his muscular physique. I licked my lips as I began to become aroused. So you telling me that like this wouldn't turn you guys on? You're telling me if you were with your girl and she's reading this shit to you, or you're reading this to her, that this wouldn't turn you on? Shit, I'm turned on and I'm here by myself, as y'all can see. We met on the metro, the Blue Line, and he was going home from his job as a tax accountant, and I was leaving my job as a curator of the Smithsonian. We've been eyeing each other, trading pleasants and compliments for a year before he finally asked me out. We've been together ever since. Yeah, I thought I'd surprise you. Surprise, I mumbled. I picked up the leopard print pillow and held it in front of me. When he returned, he took the pillow from me and threw it across the room. After removing his jacket, he sat on the armchair, positioning it so that he could see me. All of me. I gulped. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Sit down. He want to see the show, sis. I've never done anything like this in front of him. Our sex life was, how could I say, kabam. He was everything that I've ever wanted in a partner and more. He asked, but I've been shy about telling him about my fantasies, what I needed, more or less. Maybe I could finally let go of this hurdle and let him in. You don't have to stop. I know, but breathe, seriously. Keep going. Okay. She replied, okay. Okay? She replied, okay. So that means she's about to for him, all right? This book is also teaching y'all a lot. Okay? I didn't know how I expected him to react when he walked in on me masturbating, but this wasn't it. He leaned forward in the chair, resting his elbows on his knees. My pussy clenched. She was ready to go again. Reaching between my legs, I stroked her. She was still stiff. Each caress sent a tremor down my spine. I squirmed, trying so hard not to come yet. Babe, I can't see it. I opened my legs for him. He grinned. I expected to feel weird doing this, but I didn't. I discovered that I liked him watching me. As I stroked my clit, I caressed my left breast. My nipple tingled when the palm of my hand brushed against it. I traced a circle around the dark orb with my fingernail. I looked at him. Eye contact is very important, guys. He was unbuttoning his shirt, and his muscular chest came out into view, an inch at a time. My breath caught in my throat. Oh, damn. Are you wet? Nodding, I plunged my fingers deep into my pussy. Boy, was I wet. My essence sloughed out of my opening, dripping down the path of my skin to soak the cushions beneath me. Moaning, I bit my lips as the muscles clenched around my index finger. I pinched my rigid nipple between my fingers. My eyes slid closed. Man, this felt so good. I almost forgot he was sitting there watching me. I could probably come right now. Taste it. I opened my eyes. Huh? His shirt was all the way off, draped over the arm of the chair. I think you should taste yourself. I gasped. I've never... Oh, fuck it. I removed my finger and I put them in my mouth. I was sweet with a little bit of tang. Now that's throwing me off because you shouldn't have no tang, but whatever. I licked my fingers clean before spreading my legs wide and pushing them as far far inside of me as I could. My core was moist and warm, the right temperature to come. My thighs trembled as I traced the ridges deep in my core. My body relaxed and my pussy tensed, ready to release an orgasm that had been building. Jason, yeah. Before I could get the rest of the sentence out, my orgasm rushed out of me. I called his name as I came. I left my fingers in place until the tremor stopped, only because I couldn't move. Sated, I closed my eyes. My stomach growled. There was a container of sweet and sour shrimp with my name on it. I also wanted to take a quick shower before I ate. At least I thought that was the plan. When I looked up, he had removed his pants and was walking towards me, clad in our only pair of boxer briefs. Y'all know I love me some boxer briefs. He removed my fingers and sucked my essence off of them. My clit began to throb again. With my fingers still in his mouth, he sat beside me. My fingers slipped out his mouth and he bent towards me and kissed me passionately. You taste so good. Thanks. He kissed me on my neck. That should have been my first clue that he had something up his sleeve. His fingertips danced on my bare thigh. My flesh tingled where he touched me. Damn, before I could blink, my nipple was in his mouth. He suckled slowly, causing the arousal to build again in my pussy. I opened my legs to ease my pulsating clit. I moaned and his fingers inched up my thigh to find and explore my clit. Ooh, she about to have... Let me tell you something. Coming back to back is a bad motherfucker. You feel me? So, I know you're not done, he whispered. You're still wet. I shivered as he stroked my opening. No, normally I wouldn't be done, but I didn't want to bring out Stallion. I wasn't ready to answer the barrage of questions Stallion might cause. His feather-light caress was making my pussy clench. Panther rested on my thigh as I moved toward the case. The large bulge in the black snakeskin leather drew Jason's attention. How many more do you have? Just one. I unzipped the case. He took it from my hands and unzipped it. Damn it! You gonna use the other one? I wasn't. Why not? He halted his words as he peered in the bag, then looked up at me with an eyebrow raised. He pulled out Stallion. This dildo was 12 inches of thick, deeply veined cock. Ooh. I saw the question in Jason's blue eyes. I knew that he was thinking, this dick doesn't measure up. His dick doesn't measure up. But it did. Jason's cock filled every inch of my pussy and satisfied me thoroughly. Suddenly uncomfortable, I sank down in the cushions of the sofa and closed my legs. I flashed him a sheepish grin while I turned over in his hands. Is this what you like? Well, no, I mean, Kel dared me to get it, so I hardly ever use it. Okay, actually, that is a great way to lean into this, ladies and gents. Ladies, when I have mentioned bringing toys into the bedroom, I have always told you to be extremely cautious in the type of toy you introduce, because it cannot be too much bigger than your man's penis, because the very scenario that we are reading about in this book, she had the smaller toy. He was cool with that, but when he realized she had a bigger toy that was bigger than his dick, he's now looking at her like, wow, this is what you like because my dick isn't this big. No, that's not the case. Fellas, what you guys got to really understand is a woman's vagina, the more comfortable we are, it expands. We have whole babies fall out of a hole this big, okay? Baby. That's way bigger than that, okay? So just keep in mind, if she does have a dildo that is bigger than your actual penis, that does not mean that's what she requires, or, you know, you have to have that in order to satisfy her. That's not normally the case. I have a huge dildo that spits out cum, but it doesn't come in sizes. And I really just wanted to buy it because it spits out cum, not because it was, for the size. But this particular one that we're reading about, like I said, it's 12 inches. But some girls like some, and I'm not gonna say that all, that they don't use them. Some girls do use them, but some don't. Okay, that does not. First of all, I'm letting y'all know right now, y'all dicks don't do like y'all not affecting shit. Okay, so relax. And if you want to have that argument, I personally feel like 12 inches is a lot, but again, that doesn't mean it goes all the way in. But this is why I see a lot of y'all on here like 12 inches. That doesn't mean she's using it. But this is the very reason why women, ladies, y'all see this shit. I say be careful on the toy that you choose to bring into your bed, because it will make your man uncomfortable. But like I said, I personally feel like that's too much for me. Like a lot of guys be like, oh, I got a 10, 11 inch dick. Okay, well, you can keep that dick over there, because no, I like to scramble my motherfucking insides up. So anyways, she said she barely uses it. Okay, I had gotten Stallion on a dare from my best friend a few years ago. Jason pulled out the small tube of lubricant that was also in the cosmetic bag. The lube was strawberry scented. Don't use scented lube, ladies, alright? We already know what comes with it, which probably could explain why sis has got an essence to her coochie, okay? The same aroma drifted from Stallion's shaft. Though I'd washed it thoroughly after the last time I used it, I gulped as I watched him twist the base to activate the vibrating function. But I had broken the feature long ago. I curved a strand of hair behind my ear and attempted to sit up. I reached into his lap and patted his erection. I like your cock better. Sure, he teased and kissed me. I still like to see you take it. With a look of pure desire in his eyes, Jason pried my thighs further apart. He paused to coat Stallion with lube before inserting just the tip into my pussy. I grasped his wrist before he could push any deeper. This wasn't how I like to use Stallion. See, I like to prop Stallion up and ride him like a cowgirl. Well, bitch, you better work. I didn't think Jason was ready for all that. Or maybe I was the one who wasn't ready. On wobbly legs, I stood and turned around to face the back of the sofa. He held Stallion in place while I straddled the massive shaft. Stallion was too thick and deeply veined to take all that at once. I pushed the tip inside me, then stopped to allow my muscles to stretch open its girth. My essence dripped around the shaft, coating the latex to make it easier to slide it around in another inch. Alright? Leaning over, I kissed his lips and my pussy slid down another inch of Stallion's shaft. Slowly, I moved up and down the shaft as I gripped the back of the sofa, closing my eyes. I moaned as the hard veins caressed the walls of my pussy. Okay, so I used Stallion a lot. I was, because the only way it was to get my pussy massaged. The pair of fingers was not working. Okay. No, he's holding it for her. He's holding it, so he's holding it, and they're on the couch. He's holding it. She's holding the back of the couch, and she's riding it. Okay, so that is what's happening here. Its tip hit my G-spot like a dark, piercing bullseye. And when I would come, it was so hard that I almost passed out. Jason's lips on my thigh only heightened my arousal. He continued to hold Stallion steady as I bopped up and down on the shaft. You like that, huh? I moaned in reply. He spanked me. The flesh on my ass stung, but it didn't make me stop. Instead, I bobbed faster. The sofa beneath shook my thrust. My head rolled back. He smacked my ass again. My walls contracted, and I came again. When he removed his hot hand from my ass, my skin immediately felt cool. I slowed down, opening my eyes. I snuck a peek at him. He was coating Tae'ler with the lube. My breath caught in my throat. I thought I was done. Suddenly, his fingers were on my anal opening, caressing and teasing the tight flesh. What are you doing? You'll see. I never told him that my secret fantasy of mine. Double penetration. What? I knew I liked this book. My body trembled in anticipation as he kissed my shoulder. He released Stallion's base to concentrate on what he was going to do behind me. My eagerness caused me to flinch when he touched my shoulder blade. My pussy tightened around Stallion. I reached between my legs and I stroked my clit. The numb had softened. My fingers worked my clit into a hard peak. Lean forward. I did. The tip of Panther's shaft pushed into my opening. I gasped. I gripped the back of the sofa so tightly with my free hand that I was afraid I was going to tear it off in my hands. The swipe of his tongue against my sensitive skin of my anus caused my nipples to harden. I released my clit to hold Stallion in place. I used Panther in my backdoor area once before. My muscles relaxed to allow the pink vibrator to gain access. Jason worked my back door with the Panther as I fucked Stallion. Both shafts tapped all the pleasure centers at once. Panting, I fucked them as if my life depended on it. He didn't know it, but Jason had just opened up a can of worms. With his free hand, he spanked my ass. Ride it, he breathed. Ride that shit. My tits shook, my ass shook when I reached for his cock, which now was sticking out from the fly of his boxer briefs. He knocked my hand away. Before I knew it, I had come again and again. When I was certain that I was going to pass out from pleasure, the orgasm stopped. He removed Panther so that I could climb off Stallion. I collapsed on the sofa, trying to catch my breath, and he went into the bathroom to wash them off. Whew, mercy, I sighed. Every inch of my body ached. My throat was raw from screaming. My pussy was sore. When Jason returned, I knew that I'd be ready to go again. He set the bag on the coffee table before climbing behind me and wrapping his arms around me. I exhaled when he kissed my temple. His erection pressed into my hip. He began to go crazy, but I never let on. I was going to throw them away, I tell him. I mean, after I used them for one last time. And now, I twisted around his arms and kissed him. The whiskers of his 5 o'clock shadow tickled my chin. I worked the waistbands of his briefs down to his hips to free his cock. He groaned as I stroked his length. I loved the warmth of his cock, the pulsating vein that ran down the side. While I preferred him to the plastic, I thought I'd keep Stallion and Panther around for a little longer. Releasing his lips, I dipped my hand down to wrap my mouth around his cock. So, with that being said, this is for grown folks only. Yeah, so this is steamy. So, again, guys, if you are looking for a form of foreplay, reading, someone said it sounds like, they got a porno going in their head, okay? This is exactly that, right? And the crazy thing is, all of that, we ain't even through the first fucking chapter. You feel me? So if you need to get yourself going, I had to got myself a little razzle dazzle, you know. Shit, I gotta drink some water. My motherfucking throat got dry from wanting to gasp from all the shit she was talking about. You feel me? So, yes, you need some foreplay ideas. There you go. You know, there you go. I'm the perfect flirt, or I am what you need, the perfect motivation to get you through this Monday. I appreciate you guys too. Me and the eye between my legs. I'm not sure if any of you actually listened to what I was reading, but you know, it's a good time. Zane is a good time. What book? This is Zane, and it's called, right, next thing you know, my beard wet. That's how you're supposed to do it. This book is called Busybodies, and we were just reading what Doing Breeze and her man Jason caught her masturbating. You said you're currently licking your screen. Okay, that works. But her man caught her masturbating. So she said that she was going to throw away her toys. And I don't think Jason really wants her to. I don't know if you guys still want me to keep reading. I will be more than happy to if you want me to keep going. I think we still got a nice amount of time. Oh, well, it's going to get to a juicy part, so why not? So it says, releasing his lips, I dipped my head to wrap my mouth around his cock. Assuming, because I would have said dick. He might be white. Okay. A lustful gift to thee. She lies upon a tangled rug of red cloth. Okay, so, hold on. Okay, so basically, she finally does suck him off, and that actually ends with him getting some head. So y'all know what's about to happen with that. Okay, how do we, William, send me a DM. They're actually getting ready to cut me off, guys. So thank you for tuning in. This is actually on my to-do list for my 2022 goals. It's Tae'ler Made's book club. I will let you guys know when that gets started. That's pretty much how it's gonna go, okay? So with that being said, they are cutting me off. I will try to get on here a little bit later. If you guys actually like the reading, let me know. This is something that we can incorporate. In the meantime, if you can, OnlyFans is there, $10. Additional content can be bought in your DM section. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. And of course, if you are not on my main page, please follow my backup page, all of which can be found on IamTaelerMade.com. Okay, IamTaelerMade.com. I hope you guys have a wonderful Monday. I hope it was somewhat motivational to you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Otherwise, I will try to jump back on here later on and see what y'all got going on, okay? I hope y'all have a good day. I will see you guys later.